or do you want them to build it abroad? Answer that question. Bruce Blakeman. How are you, Mr. Blakeman?
Hey, Bruce. Welcome.
Bruce for governor.
Excellent to talk to both of you today. Always a great show.
What do you think of Jokel?
Well, I'll tell you something. You know, this is an act of economic cowardice by Kathy Hochul. This is an act of economic malpractice by Kathy Hochul. There is no wonder we are number 50 at the bottom of economic outlook in the United States of America. That's why people are leaving in droves. Businesses are leaving. We are the most overtaxed, overregulated state in America. Our electric costs are 70% higher than the national average. And that's why we are on a death spiral. I'm running for governor to be the pilot that pulls us out of that death spiral.
Nice.
At the Citizens Budget Commission that I used to work for says that New York State has lost the largest share of millionaires in the country from 2010 to 22. It said if New York had not chased out its millionaires, it would be collecting about $10 billion extra in taxes every year, nearly equal to the amount Zandami wants to increase taxes. In New York, the top 1% of earners pay about 45% of state income taxes in any given year. So New York revenues are very reliant on having high earners stayed in New York, but instead they're moving to Texas, Florida, and other states.
So you got to bring them back, Bruce.
Well, the only way they're coming back is if there's a change in leadership and a change in policies. Kathy Hochul and Zoran Mandami, I call him Mandami the commie. The two of them, Comrade Kathy and Mandami the commie, they are chasing out high net worth individuals when every other state in America, except for a few exceptions like Illinois and California, are wooing these people to come to their state. Now, when they leave, as you said, they take all that tax revenue with them. And who's left with the bill? It's the middle class. And who else is hurt when high net worth individuals leave? The carpenter, the plumber, the electrician, the waiter, the waitress, the bartender, the busboy, the dog walker, the cleaning service. So this is hurting the middle class, and it sounds nice. Yeah, let's tax the rich. Yeah. But when you explain it to people and tell them that the burden's going to fall on them, they change their tune and they realize how empty Mandami and Hochul are in their policies towards economic development, prosperity, and making for a better state to live in. So our young people want to live here. The young people are moving out because they don't want to be in a state where there's no future.
Bruce, what do you think of Mandami saying he might arrest Netanyahu if he comes here to speak to the General Assembly?
You know, good luck with that. But let me say this. Zoran Mandami comes from Uganda. He never criticizes Uganda, although he fled that country. That's a country where if you are in political opposition, you're tortured or murdered. That is a country that doesn't have human rights. Why doesn't he ever talk about Uganda? Why doesn't he talk about China, Russia, North Korea? He only singles out Israel because he's a virulent anti-Semite and he's an extremist. And the fact of the matter is that he is turning all people off now. He's anti-Christian, wouldn't attend the installation of a new Archbishop of the Catholic Church. He's alienated ethnic groups that built our state and our city. Couldn't find Little Italy on a map.
Oh my God! I think he's gonna. I think he's gonna destroy that beautiful church. I think it's in Brooklyn that there was a fire. He'll knock that thing down and either put a mosque or a shopping center.
He's saying he's going to arrest Netanyahu because he's wanted by the International Criminal Court in The Hague. The U.S. has not recognized the ICC, will not help appoint judges, and will not be part of the process.
But he does.
But Mandami is, and it's outrageous that he's using the UN being located in New York as an excuse to vindicate his political agenda.
So would you pluck him out of that seat if you're governor? I know I shouldn't ask you that. You don't want to really get
Well,
into that.
removal of a duly elected official is a drastic remedy. And I would only do that if he engaged in legality or did something that was very egregious.
Okay, good.
But what I would do is I would use what we call, as parents, incremental discipline. And with control over the budget, the governor has the ability to not fund certain programs, the ability to take over the NYPD if he's not enforcing the law.
Oh, you
There's
could
many
take over the
things-
NYPD. Interesting. The governor.
Yeah, there are many things that a governor can do in New York State without the drastic remedy of removing him. But I'll tell you this much: if he engaged in felonious activity, yes, I would consider removing him. But here's the thing about Mandami: he is somebody that is anti-American. He attacks Christians. He attacks ethnic groups. He attacks Israel. He is not somebody that really should be representing the greatest city and the greatest melting pot city in the world. So I'm just going to become governor and keep him in check. That's why it's so important that I become governor, because Kathy Hochul is his comrade. She's a willing participant in all of the crazy things he does. And by the way, on international law, let me say this. When I signed a friendship agreement with Judea and Samaria, my lawyers came to me and they said, we did some research. This is a violation of international law. And I said, well, the United States doesn't recognize that international law, and neither do I. So we executed that agreement, and we have an agreement with Judea and Samaria, and we are strong supporters of the state of Israel.
Great.
Yeah,
That's
good.
fantastic.
Well, we're strong supporters of you, Bruce, and very glad that you're running for governor, and God bless you.
Thank you,
God
Bruce.
bless both of you. Thank you so much. And
Listen,
it's an honor
Bruce,
to be on
is there
your show.
any website or something you want to put out there so that people can go to?
Absolutely. If you want to make a contribution, if you want to feel good about yourself, that you're in the fight against socialism and you're for American values, go to BlakemanForNewYork.com, BlakemanForNewYork.com.
Thank you so much.
BLAKMAN, right?
BLAKEMAN.
EMAN, okay? BLAKEMAN.
God bless you,
Good.
Bruce.
Bless you.
Thank you
God
so
bless
much.
you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay.